What it did, y'all. Some motherfucking rear points. RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational hearing beings. You know what the fuck it is. Tap in for real. Where we at with it. So, y'all know I came to shake this whole shit up, right? You know that's why I be on what I be on. I just tried to post something on TikTok, and it's so crazy, right? It's from like January, like we're in March right now, right? We know time ain't real though. We know this Gregorian calendar, Mondays, Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? The time, all of that, right? Pete. First, I tried to post it on YouTube, right? They wouldn't let me post it on YouTube, right? It's like certain videos that if like I try to post, depending on what's it talking about, whatever it's talking about, my phone just won't let it. It makes up lame excuses, but I know why it's happening because it's only on those type of videos. Like all of a sudden it'll say like segment failed, couldn't post video. It's all of a sudden having problems uploading, or it'll take forever to upload. And then whenever that's happening, I'll try to like post something regular and they'll post like that. You know what I'm saying? And then now not only even that, y'all. Like right after something like that, all of a sudden like my phone will start just doing all this weird ass shit by itself and shit, like pressing random shit. While I'm not pressing it and all of that shit. It's like almost like an attack on me for like trying to share the truth or some shit. I swear, it's crazy as hell. But the video that I'm gonna post, I'm still gonna post it. I'm just gonna wait. But even if it don't let me, it don't even matter with me. But how everybody feeling? I'm gonna wait for everybody to get in here. Man, I had me a good. Well, y'all gonna run with me real quick because I gotta get this napkin. If I'm drinking this coffee, I gotta get this napkin and shit. I told my Lord Nestle quick. I told my Lord Nestle quick that I was about to get on and shit real quick, right? The Lord Nestle quick. I'm on the mission. I'm saying I'm on a fucking mission, y'all. Everybody feeling no Grand Rising, Supreme, bro. Supreme out this bitch. Hey, I had the most crazy, y'all. You know what I mean? Sober tip, you feel me? The sober tip. Y'all know my energy be on 1,000. So y'all want to see my energy when I'm sober and shit. That should be on 1,000. Stamina on 1,000. You feel me? All of that. But yeah, yesterday I had a good day. Now, I don't know how cold it was wherever you're at, right? But I'm gonna say this. I watched those last night and I think I was done around like I want to say I was done around probably like 9:30ish, 10ish or something like that, y'all. And then like this, as cold as it was when it was snowing. But that's usual though for snow. Y'all know how it be with the snow. It'd be like it'll be snowing and then it'll be not as cold as what's expected while it's snowing. You feel me? Or like after it stopped snowing, like around like 10, not 9:30ish. It was kind of warm outside, but like while it was snowing and shit, it was cold as fuck, right? Now, for it to be that warm as it was last night, and then earlier today, like around like 7 and shit, it was cold as shit. And then guess what? Like tomorrow, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all that, it's gonna be like 70 degrees. You feel me? It's like almost like they gotta like shock us before that hot weather come, because they already know what this sun doing. You feel me? They in a race against the sun. But I hope everybody feeling good. You know what I mean? I hope everybody in this joint doing good. Hey, I know that vibration fucking people up. You can tell who the vibe. You can tell. Shout out Rick J. You can tell who the vibration fucking up because people can't put it like this. If you having trouble being positive right now, that vibration fucking you up. I'm not gonna lie. Regardless of if you're organic or not. But if you're not organic though, I'm not saying you can't be positive. I'm just gonna say it's gonna get harder and harder to control each one of those animals that's trying to express themselves right now. You feel me? But that's not really what I wanted to talk about right now specifically. I wanted to just talk about, I had a dream last night, right? I had multiple dreams last night. But one of the dreams I had last night, I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick. One of the dreams I had last night, right? It's this. Have y'all ever had like the same type of dream? Or it's like this like dream maybe that you might have had since you were younger. You might be in the same place. The same thing might happen or something like that. Even if it's not from when you were younger or older, it could have been in your adult life. But it's just like you just have this common dream and you've been trying to figure out like what's the meaning behind it and shit like that, right? Now I'm gonna say this. It's this thing called Now I'm not trying to debate whether real or not. I'm just throwing it out there. I ain't trying to debate whether. Damn, I feel that passive aggressiveness. God damn, I felt that. But it's these. I'm not. Hold up, real quick. Let me take this piss real quick. I should have came here and took a piss when I first came here and got these napkins. But hold up, real quick, y'all. All right, y'all. So it's like this dream. So what I'm about to say, some of y'all might have heard this before, some of y'all might not. But I mean, if you haven't, you can look it up on YouTube now. I mean, but for how it's being shown, you might be like, okay, that's like conspiracy theory, or that's not real or anything, right? But what I'm talking about is something called backrooms, right? Something called backrooms. And it's supposed to be like a lot of backrooms or whatever, right? It's almost like a dream state, like your dream state. But like you're being like stuck there or trying to find out how to get out or whatever, right? Basically how I'm expressing it to y'all. And in these back rooms or whatever, long story short, it's this dream that like I be having where it's like, the reason why I'm mentioning back rooms is because I'm trying to, so if you know what like certain back rooms look like, when I explain this to you, the vision might come in a little bit more better, right? These back rooms, like imagine. Now I'm really just trying to give y'all. So imagine just in general back rooms, right? There's many different ones, right? Now imagine, y'all remember when we was younger. Y'all remember how they had like the Hot Wheel sets. Y'all remember the Hot Wheel sets, and y'all remember the Hot Wheel sets how it was like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or how you put it together and you created it's like that and shit. The Hot Wheel sets. Those Hot Wheel sets. Imagine like a back room of roads how we know them, like paved in cement and concrete, right? Like the destruction of that, right? But imagine roads like that. You might have seen something like this on like a video game. I'm gonna be honest, like on like a video game, like a racing video game, one of the levels or something like that. But imagine like a concrete pavement on like a Hot Wheels set, like them type of roads, like all like, but like obviously like how we drive on roads now, like you're not gonna see no type of roads like that. You feel me? But imagine some shit like that. But then imagine like a big ass, like I guess like town. I'm gonna say it's like never ending for real. But imagine like a town of it, and then but road a whole bunch of roads like that, right? All doing all like 360s and everything, twirls here and there, right? And then with it, um, imagine that like in a back room, right? But there's like now I've been to this place like a lot of times in my dreams, right? And I recognize it immediately as soon as I get there and shit. You know, and whenever I'm getting there, it's like either something trying to chase me or I'm trying to find something. It's one or the other. You feel me? But this time when I was there recently, right? I saw a new part of it. And when I was there, I wasn't trying to chase anything or nothing was trying to get me. You feel me? I noticed that immediately while I was even in the dream. Like I peeked that. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like I felt the whole vibration. I'm like, I ain't even trying to get nothing. Nothing ain't trying to get me. But I'm here though. You feel me? So I peeped it. And then as like I'm going around, but I'm trying to go somewhere, but I didn't know where I was trying to go. And then like it switched to like nature and shit. And it was this big ass fox that was looking at me. But this big ass fox that was looking at me, right? It had like a white tail, right? Specifically. And when it was looking at me, I want to say it was probably like observing me. It wasn't negative at all. It almost like when I noticed it, it started almost running. But I didn't feel the need to actually like try to capture it, even though I went in a moment and started going towards it and it was fleeing. You hear me? But I don't know, I had like extra speed or some shit. So when it tried to flee, even though I wasn't trying to get it, I was able to move fast enough through the nature and stuff, because nature like appeared nowhere in the back room of, I'm gonna just say the Hot Wheels set. I'm gonna just say that. And I was able to peep what it looked like entirely. Now, imagine like y'all remember like when Twilight first got big and all of that? Y'all remember when they had like the fight, you know, some of the vampires, some of them are wolves and shit? Now imagine like that size, but even bigger than those wolves, but of a fox though. You feel me? And it was no question that it was a fox. Like I wasn't like, it's like I kind of saw the tail and I was kind of already thinking it, but when I seen the body, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a fox. I was like, I ain't even know foxes got that damn big. You feel me? And I'm gonna meditate on it. You know, I might even need to check the Akashic records on that real quick. You feel me? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You heard that cough when I said that. I'm telling y'all, this shit a video game. And that dude, he was the first attack when I first came in the mall. The same dude that just coughed just now. I sense his whole energy, and he looked like a tomato right now. Like I'm telling you, you guys see it, the different bloodlines of the Gentiles, right? Like I know his cells is like he about to sign out real quick. He might not make it through the summer. You know what I'm saying? With the vibration and how this radiation gonna be. I'm just being real with y'all. Well, shout out to everybody who just came in this jump. Shout out Chanel. What it is, Chanel. I hope all well with you, Grand Rising. You're a goddess. Peace, power, abundance, supreme. Jesse. What it is, Jesse. Jesse Ruffin. I just thought of David Ruffin. You feel me? I thought of David Ruffin. I thought of about to hit my Lord to your step. You feel me? Dang, Just Us Black. They just locked up Marcus Garvey grandson, or he locked right now. What the fuck? I'm telling y'all these generational curses. I'm telling y'all. Free Shorty. That's crazy. I'm about to look into that and shit. That's crazy. Who would have? It said who would have thought of? Who would have thought of? What do you say? Martin Martin. Say who would have thought of Martin Martin could spark a starving artist, spit all at heart, young Marcus Garvey. Hey, shout out Joey though. Shout out Joey though. Man. I ain't gonna lie, it's only two main females that I'm on their line right now. My Nestle Quick and my Brit Brit. You feel me? That's it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's it. And that's where I really wanna settle down with one of them. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I want to start like a whole nother family and shit. I can't wait to start another family. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. What y'all on though off the early? I'm trying to chop it up with y'all real quick. I could give out some uploads and shit, but I'm still. I got a lot on my mind. I just accomplished a lot yesterday. It's another day sober. I got the good news involving my son. You feel me? And, yeah, she about to be sentenced to court. I'm about to get back in my son's life. You feel me? It's a lot that I've been going through, but it's like I told y'all I got to see this shit crash. This shit is personal with me. You know what I'm saying? But it should be personal for every organic being, though. You know? I got to see this shit crash, even if I never got on the internet again and never spoke to y'all ever again. Never said a video about anything. I still got to see this shit crash, and I would do so. Like this shit is so personal for me. Like I'm just looking at everybody. It's so funny because I remember, like I told y'all like I'm like an empath on like another level. Like y'all might think I'm crazy, but I can read people's minds and shit. Y'all might think I'm crazy as shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And that shit is getting higher more by the day. That's why I don't like to be around like a lot of people and stuff because I can see right through people and see their intentions and pick up on stuff that could be minute that other people would look past, even if I'm not letting them know that I pick up on it. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I be doing a lot of cleansing my energy, clearing shit out. You feel me? Because it'd be like, y'all got to remember, I'm in Northern Virginia. I'm in the first slave state. You know, I'm in the heart of this shit. So it's like, it's really real where I'm at. Ain't nobody else on the internet talking anything about our species, neuromelanated, considered pseudoscience or conspiracy theory type stuff in the heart of the racism, exactly where I'm at. You feel me? You know anything about Fairfax County and stuff, it's different out here. You feel me? I'm not even from out this bitch, but I'm just saying, like, for me to be moving how I move out here, I had to learn how this area is. You know what I'm saying? You can't just move any single way out this bitch. Like, you got to know how to maneuver, through your slave catchers and all of that. Like, you just got to know certain things. You got to know how to approach certain situations. You got to know when shit is about to happen even before it happens. Like, it's different out here. So it's like, but I'm gonna just get on. I really just came on here to tell y'all. I didn't come on here. I just wanted to tell y'all pieces of my dream. I'm not gonna go in on it more, but I didn't come to give no serious upload or anything. I got a lot that I got to handle today. I'm more focused on that than me talking to y'all. Like I said, another day sober. You get what I'm saying? My mind coming back. I'm getting stronger and stronger, and it's just so crazy. Like I sense the energy of so much people trying to like it's an evil world, y'all. A lot of people don't want you doing good, And it's so sad because it's like all of that stuff. A lot of it is self-taught, through like capitalism, this capitalistic system, monetary system we're in and stuff like that. But then, that I'm saying 3D wise, that's where people are gonna leave it at, where, that's educated wise what they're gonna say. But past that, it's about DNA. Because if you know anything about the complex cell organism, you know that it's an insatiable desire to like conquer, like greed, power, you know, deceive, control. Like it's like never ending. You know, it's no limit with it. Even towards their own species, even towards them with each other. You know what I'm saying? So you know like really what's what we dealing with and shit like that. That's why they still moving in the way they moving even as the shit is closing out. Y'all notice that? For people that's really aware and shit. Um, but put it like this: I've been around enough elderly white people in this area and all of that. You know, even not even trying to, but just walking past and picked up on certain conversations that they're having, and they're scared as shit right now because they know the changes that's taking place on the planet isn't for them, and they know this system was designed around them and directed towards us, even if it hits them also, you know. And a lot of them are starting to realize that they was created to do the bidding on the planet, and people of their same genetic makeup separated themselves from them to live amongst us. Like they're starting to realize all of this shit, and it's like as they're realizing all of this shit, you can see that they're grieving, but they're kind of like at loss of how big this shit really was. You feel me? And they're not knowing how to like handle it. You know what I mean? That's why it's like I say shout out my human beings, because it's like, you know, in the same way how y'all should, well, no, it's not the same way. Y'all should be really trying to empathize with me and with us, so this genetic makeup, like really. But what I'm saying though is like, you know, it shouldn't be the same on the other end to the extent like of that degree. Like black people, we really don't have to empathize with y'all. We just got to heal and separate from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anything that y'all have to offer us really isn't good for us. You know what I mean? It's not for our greater good. It's not good for our children. You know, the future generations. You know, it's serious. Hey, shout out, Kayla. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the energy of this person right here. I'm gonna be honest. No disrespect. I just ain't like their energy. Oh, Kalani. Oh, hey, you can't be calling me handsome like that. Hey, you can't be doing that. Can't be doing all of that. You feel me? Can't be doing all of that. You know what I mean? Coming back into myself and shit. Can't be doing all of that now. Come on. Now, shout out, Kalani. You feel me? I hope all's good with you, Grand Rising Supreme. I like that name too, Kalani. Lord, cute self. I like that name. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what it is, Kayla? Kayla, I know your head not hurting again, Kayla. Nico, what it is, Nico? Kayla, you said that's your friend's name. That's what it is. That's what it is. What y'all on though off the rising? Man, y'all want to start seeing my hooping videos and shit. Man, I feel bad, man. I balled with somebody for the first time, and I haven't balled in years, right? And I ain't need none of that warm up shit. Like I used to really ball for real, so I'm like cutting all of that shit short. I'm like, warm ups for what? What do we need warm ups for? You know what I'm saying? What do we need that for? You know, like I'm already treating my body right. You feel me? I'm not saying that a stretcher or anything like that can't help me, but I already be on that type of time. So I'm just like, let's get this started. You feel me? And I didn't mean to do him like that. I feel bad because he like, nah, give me like a week, and then we gonna start ball. I'm like, damn. But I'm glad it wasn't his ankles though, because I hit the double tap on people and broke their ankles. And it almost was his ankles when I hit the double tap on him, because how he was going towards it, I was already leaning to hit the double tap on. I knew instantly, I'm like, damn, I'm about to hit him with the double tap. You know, it's going to be either he's going to dive and hurt himself. Hopefully it's not his wrist, and hopefully it's not his ankles, but it's going to be something, because I can just tell, and he going at it too hard. He really think he about to get this ball. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn. I almost wasn't going to do it, but I'm competitive, and I had to do it. You feel me? Like, and I felt kind of bad. And then, like I said, I was talking about it because I fuck with Yo got a good heart and all of that, and he got his own channel. He be doing trick shots and all of that. Like I've known him for a while, and he a complex cell organism too. By the way, he a human being, European to be exact. You know, and I think y'all heard him at the end of the video. It's crazy because I was already thinking that like I know he didn't break it, but I was like, damn, he probably sprung that jump. And then he came in the end of the video and he was like that he sprung it. I'm like, damn, you feel me? But you gotta realize when you play with me, like I go in like a Kobe, I go like in like a Kobe mode. Like when my competition, like how like I'm real competitive, you feel me? Like, but like I'm not cocky with it though. Like I'm really humble, but I'm really, really competitive and I'm really, really good. You feel me? But I'm just right now, I'm just so grateful just to make it to your next day. Like I'm getting so happy that we're getting closer and closer to summer. I know summer's coming early this year because of the radiation. I know how uncomfortable it's making people, but I'm just glad that their uncomfortableness can't stop it. I'm just being real. Everything is coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting this shit out. You know? I'm just looking at Trump and all of this shit, yo. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, this man gonna talk about any and everything besides people's anatomy changing for better or worse, right? That's way more important than a war. Because a war, so-called, is something you can stop, right? Something you can protect yourself from, right? You can't do nothing with what makes you up as an organism and how your cells are changing. You're anatomically, you get what I'm saying? Depending on, you know, what you are. Like that's a whole nother level of like something. That's why he don't want to say it, because at the end of the day, the type of tension that will bring to your world, you know what I'm saying? And we know how the social engineering is and the undeveloped brains, the cognitive dissonance. It's like, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't understand why he won't say it though, because put it like this. If they're talking about eating children and doing all of this stuff that they've been doing since they've been on the planet, and everybody's still going to work like everything is everything, you know what I'm saying? Trust me. Even with him telling everyone that their anatomy is changing if they unnatural to the planet, that's still not going to make, we're just going to sit that out. They're not going to get reacted. I mean, no, some people already are killing themselves and stuff. People are, but it's not going to be like what you think it's going to be. Because people's brains are like fried, you feel me? Their brains are fried, like they're cooked. Hold up real quick, y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. Nah, but shoot, you said that Kayla though. You said that's your friend's name. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with that name. I think it's like a singer named Kalani also. She cute as shit. I kind of low key had like a crush on her. I'm not gonna front. I think she's real cute. But I think that her spirit is more beautiful though. You feel me? But she like a celebrity though, or whatever. You know, I hope I don't feel from her spirit that she had anything to do with a lot of that next shit. I hope she didn't. You know, I don't know. But shout out to her though. Shout out Kalani. But yeah, y'all, this summer's about to be juicy. That's why, like, I don't drink. Remember I told y'all I was gonna stop drinking the coffee and shit. I stopped drinking it. I don't drink coffee no more. I'm telling y'all everything. I'm gonna tell you how you know this is a video game. How you know this is a video game, because all the stuff that's compromising you or that's for your lower vibration, just you figuring it out. But then you actually taking action and moving differently or disconnecting from it, right? Like, that gives it not the power to compromise you, right? And when you do stuff like that, right, it's like, it's almost like I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm trying to say it the right way. All the wrong stuff is validated in this generation that we're living in, right? So it's like you got to be able to do that and not be validated and get attacked, because those two things are gonna happen. Like, I don't care what level of success you have or anything, but whatever you're at, that's gonna go down as soon as you start bettering yourself. You feel me? Because it's like supposed to shock you to go back into that stuff that's not having you the most healthiest, which isn't going to have you even thinking in the most proper manner, the right way. I'm not saying how they told you to think. I'm talking about how you really supposed to be thinking. You feel me? And then the attacks are going to come, because you got to realize majority of people around you, like, a lot of these people around you don't even have an inner dialogue. You know what I'm saying? There's people that you come across that don't even have an inner dialogue, y'all. They're what you know as like NPCs. You know what I'm saying? It's been like, there's so much people that's been put here to like go along with this matrix simulation system that we shouldn't even had to play. As far as us, that's the sun in the flesh, that's neuromelanated. That's one of many reasons how I say, like, this was our biggest test. You feel me? I don't even take this shit serious no more. Like, I know, like, everything I do isn't for like reactions of any sort. I just do it off attention and purpose of knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? So like, even me doing this, like, I don't, no disrespect to all my new subscribers, anything like that. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows that I'm reaching people and all of that, and y'all be on here and all of that. But like, I'm not doing this for, I don't care about validation. You feel what I'm saying? I don't give two shits about that shit, whether I get that or not. I'm doing it because my soul knows that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and even more so right now, why this shit is crashing. You feel me? And everything I'm doing is so I'm the healthiest. You feel me? Because I'm supposed to be the healthiest. I didn't even realize that everything down to the T that's associated with everybody, even stuff that's supposed to be healthy, is the total opposite of that. You feel me? So it's like, you got to realize, like, you got to deviate from like all of this shit. You feel me? And then as soon as you do that, you know what I mean? It's not about validation or none of that shit. It's about you becoming your best self. You feel me? And once you realize that, a lot of the stuff that compromises you or shocks your central nervous system to have you do this, and for you not even to notice that it's bad for you and shit, all that shit gets canceled out. You feel me? All that shit gets canceled out. You know, and as that happens, you feel me? That's why you got to stay focused. You know, so that's why, like I said, like, I'm on what I'm on. I understand that this shit's like a video game. You know, it's just a video game, y'all, and we getting closer and closer. I can't wait to see how people gonna be acting this summer with these radiation levels. Even getting into like May, you know what I mean? June and shit. Like, this shit about to get crazy, y'all. And it's just crazy how I'm seeing people that's like on so much stuff with Trump. They're like, we didn't ask for this, or we didn't ask for this. I'm like, what you mean you didn't ask for this? You definitely asked for it. You asked for it by going against the organic people of the planet. What you mean? You asked for your own species to have to try to cause division amongst a race or something that they can't change. They're racing against the sun. You definitely asked for it. You know, because there's been a lot of stuff and a lot of things that's been put out to show how black people was being abused. Everybody sees black people being abused. Everybody ignored it. You get what I'm saying? Even us ourselves. We were our worst enemy, right? We wanted to be respected by a system that was designed completely against us. You feel me? And thought and cared more about respect from people that don't even have a biological connection to our planet, y'all. More than your own brother and sister. That's your reflection. That's your mirror. You feel me? So yeah, no, we definitely asked for this. I don't give a fuck what no one says. But it ain't about whether I don't give a fuck what no one says. Mother Nature is doing what she's doing. You feel me? You see everything that's happening, regardless of whether you want to believe me or not. So everybody definitely asked for this, y'all. You know? Everybody's seen what we was going through. Everybody's seen, even right now, you know, and it shows you the social programming and the shock and how dangerous this species is. Even while they're atomically facing consequences, they're still trying to carry on the same genocide, even while they're on their way out. You feel me? So that shows you the psychological destruction that's already within their mind to start with. You feel me? It's like can't get right. It's like a lost cause. You know how you can correct the child? The child will even eventually stop doing something if they know it's wrong, right? So what's wrong with these adults? You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that you got to ask yourself. So but when you understand DNA, when you understand genetics, when you understand animals, that like, I'm gonna be straightforward with y'all. A lot of animals that come together to make one organism, of course that would be like a psychotic person and shit like that, because that's not normal. You know what I mean? If it was, you would see hella animals in nature, right? Like that naturally. I'm not talking about the ones that they did and genetically spliced just like them. I'm saying you would see natural animals with DNA from different animals and shit, but you don't see that shit. All the natural animals, they're just that animal. You know, an elephant don't got all of these different DNAs from a lion, a tiger, you know what I'm saying, or even them animals. You know, all the organic animals is just that animal. You hear me? It's not to make up one organism. So you can't expect for the thought process with that organism, that species, to be actually civil in which what they project. You know what I'm saying? All the characteristics and traits, everything with their behavior shows what they're made up of. And this, I'm not saying this to be racist. I'm saying this because I understand genetics. I understand anatomy. You know, I understand I understand shit on a different level. So it's like anybody. That's why it's like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. No disrespect. Shout out my human beings, but I don't be arguing with people if I know that they don't understand the basis of genetics, or they can't understand just in general that we're all not one human race. You know, when I just be like, all right, I just let them think whatever they think. Maybe if the sun wasn't doing what it's doing right now, right, I probably would. But with me seeing people that's having complications, me seeing melanoma picking up, photodermatitis, respiratory issues, neurological issues, rashes I never seen on people a day in my life, shit like that. Come on now. It's not an argument, y'all. It is not an argument, you know? Like I said the other day, they're dying at a faster rate than they are even having babies. They're not producing, they're not birthing babies at the rate that they was. You feel me? It makes you think of stuff when you think about them being like the minority and shit, right? It makes you think. But we always outnumber them though. You feel me? You feel me, Dylan? We've always, you say you never thought of that? But absolutely, yeah, we always outnumber them though. You know? But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it hurts though when people think that I really am racist, when I understand what's been done and shit like that. That shit really be hurting, I'm not gonna lie. Cause I actually really got a good heart and shit. And I'm not racist or anything, and I couldn't be racist. But like, people just be mad at the truth. And I'm gonna be honest, with a lot of hatred that people, passive aggressiveness that they have towards black people, because they already know what their species has done to us, they'll be even more mad to hear it from me, you know? But y'all see that they're even ignoring their own people calling them out now. You get what I'm saying? There's hella white people on the internet right now talking about all the genocide, who's dangerous, who's doing what, talking about all of their shit. And they even ignore their own people. So, I mean, you ain't even gonna listen to your own people. That says a lot already. You know what I mean? You have to be eradicated, you know? And it's sad, y'all. It's sad. But in that same way, how they got to you, right? Guess what? Because this shit was never about them besides them doing the bidding on the planet, right? This shit was about us. That's why it was a test. It was a test for us to better ourselves, to be even stronger than we already was prior from the test, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. But even with that being said, we more dangerous, y'all. We got our consequences we got to face too. You feel me? And my whole family's mixed, and my aunts, all of the different. We are the world, and my family, man. What's your? I'm gonna say this: race, ethnicity, and nationality is further division that have you not even understand genetics or look in to see in any way that we're all not one human race. You feel me? That's why you got people like Idris Elba, right? He gonna say like he Britain, like he London, and I'm saying this even to know there's segments of us, of all species, right? But not neuromelanated though. That's the thing, not neuromelanated. You melanated, yes, but not neuromelanated. That's why like the Indians with the dot on their head, they're a complex cell organism. But you got real Indians out in India. You feel me? They got green veins. That's you melanated. You feel me? Yes. Like you gotta think about it. Everything was like almost like a playoff off the original. In all ways, y'all. I don't know what you mean. No, but it's real though. It's very, very real. But it's like I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Me as a neuromelanated being, I'm I'm blown with this shit. I ain't want to be a part of this game for real. Even if I did, put it like this: even if I chose to be here, even the other times and shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like I wasn't thinking in my right mind, you know. I swear that's what I'm gonna tell our brothers and sisters. I'm gonna be like, y'all had me come to this bitch multiple times, and this time, you know how I know that this shit is the end this time around? Because all my memories are coming back so clear, even from my other times here, y'all, and how it played out and shit, more than ever. You feel me? That's how I know even more so. And remember, when the other times that any system that shut it down, that was up, like fall of Babylon, other societies, ways of living, no race was eradicated due to so-called the sun or the radiation. You know what I'm saying? The radiation never, they always had protection from the ozone layer in all of those times. Now the ozone layer is peeling back and they don't got no protection. While the radiation is increasing and intensifying at the same time. So that's the difference. This never happened while they've been on the planet. You get what I'm saying? That's why they're having all these complications that they're having, you know, that they're trying to run away from, while still trying to carry on the same system. You know, they got them in this spot to start with. You know, so this is what they mean by when they be like, you know, to humble yourself on a planet that you're not from. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna say this, no, because that could be. There's so much angles to that, right? Because we have many planets and shit, right? And this is one of our main ones. But I'm gonna say this from a planet that you have no connection to, right? Y'all look at this picture of the goddess. Hey, that don't like that, right? You feel me? 4. That don't like that. And then you said 1,000%. You feel me? Oh my God, bro, you're enlightened as heck. I can hear that. Yeah, I am. I appreciate you noticing, regardless of your genetic makeup. You know what I mean? I know, like, it's so much stuff that, like, I don't talk to y'all about that happens in my life, blessings and attacks, that as more plays out, I'm gonna let y'all know like what was happening. You know, certain things. You feel me? I'm not even gonna front with y'all. Like, if I didn't already know I was chosen, or my neuromelanin was being activated faster than the average neuromelanated being, I would know just off of the attacks that come my way. You feel me? And how they sped up with how crazy the attacks already was. It was almost like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna say it was almost like, because I know now. I have the conscience. I'm aware, right? They know what tribes and stronger tribes and all of that of us when we first born, right? You know, when they put you under them lights in the hospital, we're not even supposed to be having our babies in their hospitals. The whole medical field is genocide, right? It's straight abuse. They shouldn't be medically or mentally evaluating our children whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They the most dangerous species. So it's like, so when you think about this, right? You think that they didn't know what tribe I came from and who I was when they was messing with my blood and shit? When I first was so called born, you feel me? But y'all, it was on my ass since I was young. It's like they already knew I was gonna come into all of this information. You feel me? Like they was fully aware with me. You know, I was kicked out of every children's world. I swear to God, I was kicked out of like every children's world. They had me in the center resource rooms and stuff. I'm like 6 years old, y'all, and they like they locking me up. That's damn near abuse. Worse than actual jail at like fucking 5 years old in kindergarten and shit. Like they was already abusing me. It's like they was trying to like prepare me to like they was trying to instill the fear in me already. So by the time I came into my knowledge, I wouldn't be so um about to speak it and shit like that. Like they was trying to like scare me, you know? But in reality, and me being who I am, that shit just made me more rebellious, you know? My whole family is rebellious though. My whole family is rebellious. Shit, just my younger brother, what he did the other day and shit, like, he ain't, I'm not gonna say it, but if on here, but like he didn't give a fuck. And he was talking to me, but I didn't think he was really gonna do it, and then he just did it. Like broad day, like got the fuck, like laughing, smiling, and all. Like niggas really don't give a fuck because we know this is our shit. You know, we know everything coming back to us, regardless of even how much they harass us. The last of them being here, you feel me? They on a time clock for real. They on a time clock because they God and all of that. That's their money. You feel me? That's their money and stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're not the same species, so you got to think about it. All the stuff that we're supposed to be living like, the sun people. You know what I mean? That's the sun in the flesh. All the ways that we're supposed to be living like is detrimental to them because this whole system is designed completely against us. You know, all the regular stuff. Like you probably couldn't even picture life without the educational system having your kid at 4 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. You used to going to work. You're not even thinking about it from that angle. Like, what would you be doing if you wasn't at work? Supposed to be probably with your family, raising and so-called you're educating your family, not another ideology of any infringed ways of anyone that's not even natural to your fucking planet to start with. You feel me? What type of shit is that? And then you know how crazy it is because it got to be enforced. So it's like you don't even have the option to not even fuck with it. They are already cutting that off. Like we got to educate you because we got to instill that social programming. By the time you hit 12, 13, you already complying and thinking that this is the way to go about stuff. You're not questioning anything. You feel me? We got to get you early. You feel me? That's what they be on, you know? That's what the fuck they be on, y'all. Evil as shit, you know? Like how could you not want to let an organism be in its natural state? And then when you got everything you said that you wanted, you still want more, you know? You still won't let them just be free. This shit is crazy, y'all. This shit is crazy as hell, you know? But y'all know me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I speak my mind freely, you feel me? I know I came here to shut this shit down and make people feel uncomfortable because this shit shouldn't even have been here. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this shit shouldn't even have been here while I was here this time around. That's how I feel. You know, I personalized it. You know what I'm saying? So I got disruption. That's how I feel. And I've been disrupting shit ever since. My name can't tell you my genetic makeup because I'm so many things. You can be so many things and still know your genetic makeup. You get what I'm saying? Is this you in the picture? I can tell you exactly what you are if this is you in the picture. That's you in the picture right there. Well, let me ask you this: what's your mom? What's your mom? She European? Is she Latina? Is she so-called African? Is she Hawaiian? Like, what's your mom? You know how I know? Scottish, American. No, let me. I could tell you exactly what it is, bro. I could tell you exactly. Just look at your mom's veins, bro. Cause I'm gonna tell you off break. Like, no disrespect. If them veins is blue, um, that's unnatural. That's complex cell organism. If your veins are green, that don't mean that you're neuromelanated, but you're at least you melanated. You feel me? You're one or the other. You know? All you gotta do is look at them veins. Ethiopian though? Ethiopian is I'm pretty sure Ethiopian is you melanated. I gotta look it up. You know, but all you gotta do is look at those veins. That's how you could tell. That's a quick way how to tell, like, easy, like fast. Just look at the veins, because if they blue veins, that means off break that you're not neuromelanated or you melanated. You feel me? If you got green veins, you got spirit and a soul, electricity and magnetism. You know, you either if you're neuromelanated or you melanated, you either have a correlation with that sun, or you're the sun in the flesh, literally. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna find nobody that's neuromelanated that don't got hair like this. You feel me? You'll find you melanated people with green veins that might have hair follicles of an animal, right? But you're not gonna find that with a neuromelanated person, because our hair grows to the sun. You feel me? And I'm not, and please know, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, whatever you are, because I fuck with you regardless. I fuck with my human beings too, you know? I just know what's been done. You get what I'm saying? But the truth is so scarce. It's like people try to associate it with, like, anger and all this other stuff to try to hide it from coming out, you know? That's why the sun is doing what it's doing right now. Because the sun already knows that they're trying to look at it from that manner and they're trying to hide truth. They keep genocide going forward because of the embedded lies in which this foundation was built on. And that's why Mother Nature can't have that no more. Like, that's why the sun is separating us right now. Because she said enough is enough, you know? I'm very grateful that she doing it though, because I'm looking at our future offspring. You feel me? The next young black males and shit growing up, generations down, they don't need to grow up thinking being a good slave and being on a planet while being abused is normal and it's okay. You know? That's crazy as hell. So I'm glad that they're not gonna have to go through that like me, you know? They're not gonna have to have people trying to provoke them off of what they already know just because they're happy living off of us, you know what I mean? That shit ain't okay, y'all. And I don't care how anybody tries to spill it or say it anyway. That shit is foul as hell. And that's why Mother Nature is doing what she's doing. You know? That shit is foul. Like, I'll never what you call it, to that shit. No. These people crazy as hell. But I'm gonna tell you what it is though. They got complacent in their arrogancy. That's what it is. They got so complacent in their arrogancy, they forgot all the lies that they told. And it's like all the lies are going against each other. They're all contradicting each other and shit. You get what I'm saying? And then when you call them out on it, they don't know how to act besides being in defense mode, because it's like it's them having to face that. that they've been lying for so long. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know like how like a compulsive liar or narcissist, they'll be lying so much, and then when they start to get caught up, it's like they're forgetting the lies that they told, or this lie isn't going with this lie no more and stuff like that. So then they start like tripping over themselves and shit. Like that's what's happening with them, you know. And then it's not even just the fact that that's happening; it's the fact that Mother Nature is proving it. You feel me? So it's not just anybody saying it no more. It's Mother Nature proving it. They can look at their watch as much as they want to. They can look at their phone as much as they want to. They can have cognitive dissonance. They can lie to themselves all they want to. They can exercise. They can do all of that. It's not going to be. It's not going to be no savior in their religion, their guns, their money. None of that shit. You know. None of that shit. Everybody knows what's coming to America. I mean, everybody don't know what's coming to America, but everybody knows something's about to happen on this soil for a fact. You know, for a fact. And I'm gonna tell you this. Of course, Trump wants to spark something off in the form of distraction, or even spark something off knowing something's already gonna happen on this land because of what's been done on this land. You know what I mean? To have you not seeing really why what's happening on the land is happening. You feel me? It's like all to just keep you delusional. But the only reason why and why that's shortening by the day more and more, because you got to look at it like this. Every day, more of their own people are realizing what their people did. Along with every single day, another so-called black person is remembering who they are more due to their connection to that sun and the radiation that's here. These solar flares that's sitting there. Check the recent sunspots if you think I'm lying. Like, check last night. Check. We about to get hit with some more solar flares. You probably already got hit with some right now. I'm gonna be real with y'all. You feel me? This is something that's happening constantly. You know, whether they talk about it or not, it's happening, and it's forcing this system away, and the realization of really what's going on. You get what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Different parts of your frontal lobe is being hit right now. You know what I'm saying? Whether you the eukaryotic cell or you the prokaryotic cell, the single cell organism. So this shit is beautiful right now. You know what I mean? That's why I had to stop drinking coffee and shit. Also, like, I'm just trying to match the solar flares, the energy that's hitting the planet, so I can get everything that I need to get. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I need my. Hey, I told y'all. I'm getting my powers all the way. You feel me? I'm gonna say that I'm getting my jumps. You know, I'm not gonna let these people provoke me, make me violent. I'm gonna be peaceful. I'm gonna be one with all. I'm gonna clear my energy of anything that shouldn't be in it. I'm just trying to be for real with y'all. Every neuromelanated being should be trying to do this. You should be trying to eat as less as possible. Like, you should try to go the whole day without eating and just eat the sun. Try to be outside as much as possible. Drink a lot of water. Eat a lot of fruit. And your dessert, eat like peanuts, cashews, almonds, stuff like that, nuts and stuff. Let that be your dessert. But even within all of that, eating those things, still fast. Like, don't eat it all. Try to eat the sun as much as possible to get back into that breatharian stage. You feel me? That's what we all need to be doing. I feel a bad feeling up in your chat. I don't want to say nothing else. I just want to listen. I never heard another human say they can remember a past life except for my own. I remember it. Yeah, you know, like, no, it's real. This is my 8th time here, you know? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my 8th time here and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my lens, my awareness of what's to come and what's taking place is crazy. Hey, enjoy the rest of your day, God. Peace, power, abundance, reflection. You know? I know a lot of our bloodlines are gonna be eradicated. You feel me? Because you got to think about it, like, the damage, we've been tarnished so bad that we don't have a general respect for each other from a collective majority standpoint, off of what this species has done to us in this system. You get what I'm saying? And how that looks to the cosmos, that's so disrespectful because of who we are. No matter how much we go against each other, we still got the same genetics. You get what I'm saying? No matter how much they try to say we're all one human race, they still got the same genetics. You feel me? So it's like, this shit is real, y'all. This shit is a very, very, very real, you know? But it is sad though that this shit had to happen like this though. This shit is sad, you know. But it's more sad. It's more sad that people are still trying to go along with the abuse. It's almost like they're so connected to the abuse that they're trying to just act like they're like overcompensating. You get what I'm saying? They're like overcompensating, and that screams psychological damage, because that's like if they was to see, and I'm gonna tell you how it screams psychological damage, because like let's say hypothetically speaking that they was to see if they was to see something wrong with their house that they need to fix or something, they would just go and fix that. You know what I'm saying? But with this, it's not that same concept. It's like ignore fixing any. It's like everything is okay. You know, everything's fine. You know, so that tells you it's a psychological disconnect. You know, and for whatever reason, it's not okay because it's for children. You know, any type of system that's set up, or a way of life or ideology, any of that shit that children are being harmed in, that's something that's not okay and can't go on. You know? But it's just so crazy, yo, y'all. I'm saying it's so crazy, it's so crazy. It's like the more I remember who I am and what's going on and what I'm living in, the more scarce it gets to me, because the more that I see that people want to try to gaslight the truth. And once you see people trying to gaslight truth, that's causing so much damage in so many different ways. You see how dangerous this system is. You feel me? You really see how dangerous it is. Like the old me, like I'm from the city, right? Like I just said something to your black dude. I'm not gonna fight or try to attack every black person that doesn't know who they are, right? That's not for me to do. But put it like this. Put it like this. When that time comes, when that alignment comes into place, and when I get that okay, as certain stuff takes place, that it's okay to another neuromelanated being, and that's gonna be when this power goes out, these solar flares, right? Don't let me catch a neuromelanated being out here not knowing who they are. I sent your energy off. I'm gonna whack you. You feel me? I'm gonna get you out of here. I ain't gonna waste no fucking time with you. I'm gonna stand over you and all of that shit. I'm not even playing with you. You feel me? Motherfuckers got passes now and shit, but when that shit really get down to the get down, I'm not playing with nobody when I get that okay. As far as, you know what I mean, eradicating that segment of our species that was mainly along with the disruption of us entirely. I'm not gonna be playing with y'all. You feel me? I'm not gonna be playing with y'all. That's why I'm just chilling right now. I'm just calm, because I already know what's to come and shit. And I'm a very patient person, y'all. Y'all should be able to know that about me off of even how I handle this situation with my son to be where I'm at right now. Most people can't be alienated from their infant for 5 years and still have the control that I have. They would have crashed out already. I'm one of the most patient people, you know what I mean? But I am because of who I am, you know? And my awareness. And I know that should be pissing people off, because people be seeing me like, damn, like I know yo going through this, or I know he faced this, like what the fuck? How is you still, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm on a whole different type of time. I don't care about pussy. I don't care about money. All the stuff that compromises people and their egos for them to not notice what's what or be directed wrong. I deviated from that shit. You feel me? I don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really don't. Like I look at women and it's sad because I'm not saying this from me hating women or anything like that. I'm saying this for how women have been damaged due to this system. You know what I mean? And money dividing people and us being in a monetary system for women putting money above all and other things that's more important than money or on the same level. That's what I'm saying is this light, right? So what I'm saying is when this system crashes, women will be able to see a man for his true value for really what he brings to the table. You get what I'm saying? And which will also help them think properly also, you know? Because you got to think about it. Money is fictitious, you know? We give it power. You get what I'm saying? And it's connected to that family that also is unnatural to the planet also. So, of course, the energy with it, everything along with it is going to be fake also, you know? Y'all got to think about all of this. But so with me saying all of this, the average woman that I look at of like modern day times and what we're living in, I'm not trying to, y'all know I adore women in general, but I'm just saying what's been done to people. And I'm saying it's from women because women come before men. We all have a navel, right? The average women that I look at out here, like I get exhausted by just looking at them. You feel me? Like literally just looking at them. I look at them and then I feel exhausted because I see how much they're disconnected from themselves off of the system. So I try not to even look at them. You know what I mean? And that's crazy, but I'm just being real with y'all. Like I'm not telling y'all no lies right now. You get what I'm saying? Or put it like this. That's why even like past women and stuff you see with me, it's like I'll be most likely trying to look for an older woman and stuff because an older woman probably, even within this system, probably understands that a little bit more than the average woman in like her 20s. You know what I mean? Or even early 30s. Shit, for real. What's like more important. Like she already hit that point where she realizes even within the monetary system, money isn't everything. Because a man can have all the money in the world and be faulty in so many different areas and cause me so much problems. That might even add to even me getting my money or how I get my money, you know? Like real women understand that shit. So like, nah, this shit is really real. So I value y'all, man. Like I said, I didn't really even mean to be on here this long. You feel me? To be honest with you, I'm trying to go play ball right now. Or like, I might run and then go to the gym. Like as it starts getting hotter, I'm gonna start my running routine. I asked Joe if he wanted to run with me yesterday and whatnot. And when I asked him, he was like, that it's gonna be kind of boring for him. Cause and I feel in which the human being, he said it. I feel how he said it. You know what I'm saying? I like to run though, but you know, it's like running is kind of boring because it's like you're just running, like it's no action. You know, basketball, it's like you don't know what's gonna happen next. So many stuff can happen. You know what I mean? It's like keeping you on your toes. So I feel him, but I'm gonna be running regardless though. You know, I'm gonna be running regardless, just because and get more healthy and stuff like that. You feel me? I'm back on. I'm on all of that. But I'm gonna tell y'all gonna see me get more and more what do you call it around me getting more and more sober every day, because you got to think about it, y'all. My sober mind, like I'm not saying that weed didn't hinder me or anything like that, but I will say this: the weed helps compose, have my thoughts composed. Me sober and me knowing what's up sober, I'm really speaking my mind. You feel me? Whereas of like I hit an L, you feel me? I just be kind of like, and low key, like smokers know when you smoke, you're not, I don't want to say you're not high, but you're not high like how you would think. It's like almost like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't be high out my mind, you know what I'm saying? Or even if I'm high out my mind when I did smoke, it was like, it's just enough to just keep those thoughts composed. But me sober, my mind is real fast. I am Aquarius. I'm very smart even before I came into this shit. You feel me? Even from their standards, they screwing shit. I was ahead in English, math, all of that shit. History, calling them out on their lives. But not nearly the shit that I know now, how I would going back if I remember then. right? But I'm just saying, like I was already like more advanced in a lot of levels and shit. Um, he said because you're more receptive to the truth without words in a psychic way. God, yeah, yeah. Like I'm very open to everything, and I'm not. And my thought process about the truth or really what's going on, it's not based on like how people are gonna view me or anything like that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Like it's really scary when you see basically majority of people out here that you come across in life, they're not their authentic self. You know, it's almost like they created almost like fake personalities off of like what their friends view them like their family, what is deemed as so-called cool. Like they're not really themselves. You know, they're not their natural self. You know, and I'll say this, even though it was abuse, and it was always abuse as far as the system being here since it's been here, right? But I will say this, even within this systematic genocidal ass system, in the 90s, or I was born in the 90s, right? So I wasn't here in the 80s and stuff, but and it probably was the same what I'm about to say in the 80s and the 70s and stuff, but and it would make sense because we were more rebellious, even us, more we go back. But in the 90s, people was actually like authentic. You get what I'm saying? It's like yes, people followed trends and stuff, but people saw the value in being themselves, regardless of how people viewed them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why even and it showed in everything, even in music. You know, the artists didn't sound the same. You know what I mean? And this was all music, but I'm gonna say from black people because we the most creative, right? Coming from the black woman, like you remember how every hip hop artist, um, in the 90s and stuff, they was different. Nobody was like Busta Rhymes. Nobody was like Lauryn Hill. Nobody was like Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Nobody nobody was like Snoop. Nobody was like everybody had their own sound. And then even the own sound of the coast, everybody individually had their own sound. You get what I'm saying? Like it was like everybody was authentic. Now it's like on all levels with everything, the more fake you are, right? The more fiction it is, that's considered as real because that's became the new real. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get into connecting it to AI and stuff like that because that's a whole nother conversation and stuff. You feel me? But it's it's very very real. You know what I mean? I could damn near look at majority of most families out here. We're all disconnected. You know. And I was talking to a black guy on the bus, and I started crying when I was speaking to him on the bus, and he was happy I acknowledged him. He had a big black bag with all his clothes in it. He hunched it over his shoulder as he got off the bus and shit. And like this man was just so happy for me to notice him, y'all. Like I'm like, bro, like you're the son of the flesh like me. How am I not gonna notice you? You know what I'm saying? Like I know we in this, like you fighting the same war as me, regardless of my occupation or my money bracket within this shit. This shit was designed against us. How am I not gonna notice you? You feel me? But he was so happy that I just noticed him. You know, you don't know how painful that shit hit me. Like that man was old enough to be my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit hurt, y'all. That shit hurt. You know, that shit hurt. That's what I'm saying. Like nah, y'all. When you have a deep understanding of this shit and you know what this shit is done, and then you see people trying to have cognitive dissonance of the damage that this done because of how complacent they've gotten in their ego and their arrogancy, thinking that this is how anybody's supposed to live, this shit is even detrimental for their own species. You know what I'm saying? A white man should educate his own child, control the whole growth and development of his child. He shouldn't be controlled by that systematic system of his own species. He should have all control. You know, like this shit is wicked out here, y'all. This shit is wicked. I'm not even going front with y'all. This shit is wicked. You know, so it's like my fault. I ain't even mean to crown this, y'all. Just like that shit really hurt. You feel me? That shit really hurt. Like his face lit up like a light bulb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been trying to get not even just black people to notice him, but maybe anybody. You know what I mean? To feel something. You know? And all the stuff I was saying to him, he was like all of that. It's funny, my live start messing up and shit right now, right? You know what I mean? But he knew all of that, y'all. He knew all of that shit. You feel me? He knew all of that shit, y'all. You know, Yeah, nah, this shit is bad, y'all. You know, this shit is real bad. It's real bad. And it's about time that this shit crashed. You know what I mean? It's about time, you know, because it's like this shit done cause damage, like damage. Um, and it's like the ways we put this above each other, like, and it's funny, like it didn't even cross my mind that guy that walked past me and he got the nerve to have locks in his head. You feel me? He don't even understand what he looked like to the cosmos. Have his head locked up as a neuromelanated being, but can't even reciprocate just basic positive energy from his brother giving it to him. But a lot of times when we don't do that, especially in public, it's for two reasons. It's because, you know, certain materialistic, superficial stuff, we're already sizing each other up, and if we don't fit that label, that's going to be whether we respect them or not, or it's like you know, it's other people that's not us, and we want their respect more than us to have a natural respect for each other. And we don't really realize when we fit that, we look goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? For real, like that. The complex cell organism ain't giving you kudo points for not respecting your brother sister. He just looking at you like you just that much more in a docile state, looking crazy. You feel me? Regardless of how much money you have or don't have. You feel me? You looking stupid. You feel me? For real. You know? And it's crazy. I'm glad that I came into this knowledge when I got more mature. I'm gonna say over 30, right? Cause say like if I would have came into this information like when I was in 2013, I'm from Baltimore, right? In 2013, the Ravens won the Super Bowl on my birthday, February 3rd, right? I was ignorant as hell around that time, you know, and you can still see little pieces of it in me, but you know what I'm saying? I know how to handle myself and how to deal with my emotions properly and stuff. But like the old me, I'd have seen that guy walk past me like that, and knowing how he was trying to ignore me, I would have pressed his ass. And the moment he would have just said something I didn't want, I would have maxed on his ass. I would have slapped the fuck out of him. You feel me? I would have slapped his bitch ass so fucking hard, probably stomped his ass out and everything. And I gave a fuck about nothing. Used his phone to call the slave catchers for real, and did that shit in public just to show how much I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But I let him have him, like, you know what I mean? He already being watched. Any of us acting like that towards each other, you know what I'm saying, or trying to uphold this system with how far we are as this is crashing down, 9 times out of 10, your whole bloodline is gonna be eradicated. You feel me? Like I've been told y'all this and broke this down to y'all from deep states way past. Majority of us that's adults is gonna be wiped out. Inorganic or organic, for real. It's really just gonna be children here. Because that's how bad the damage has been done on the planet, y'all. I'm being real with y'all. Like all jokes aside, you know what I mean? All jokes aside. You know? And we so hazardous and we so hazardous towards each other. If all white people left, all Arabs and anybody with animal DNA, if they all left right now, and the solar flares kicked up where it was like they all, which is going to happen as the radiation increases and the ozone layer peels back, they're not going to be able to be outside for 5 minutes, right? Like, but let's say like that happened right now and they all was wiped out, right? Or we all had to go back to the caves, cannibalism, 1600s, everything repeating itself, dark ages, right? We would try to run the same fucking genocidal ass system on each other. That's how bad the psychological damage is. You feel me? And that's one of the main reasons why a lot of us are gonna be wiped out also, y'all. You know? A lot of us are gonna be wiped out. You know, so I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Peace, power, abundance to everybody though. Shout out my troopy troops. Lord Zion, Lord me. Shout out Mama Goddess. I seen you peep your head in here. I appreciate you saying hi to me. I'm just trying to catch this shift. I'm about to check these sunspots, and or I'm gonna say for the ones that I can see, as far as the solar flares, talking about the times that they're gonna hit military time wise, right? Because y'all know they be hiding data with really what's happening on the planet, You know, as we're getting closer and closer. You know, we're getting closer and closer to the center of the cosmos. You know, the whole planet is in a whole different spot right now. We about to see what our sky really about to look like. What it normally looks like, because our sky isn't blue. You know, um, a lot's about to take place that goes against reality as y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be happening at a rate that they're not even gonna be able to make excuses or even try to block it out or act like nothing is happening. You know, as it's already getting harder to do that now. You get what I'm saying? Um, you know, peace to all the children. You know, all the children on the planet. Um, all the children. You know what I'm saying? I give energy of protection towards them, um, and awareness to however they have to do so if they're not protected to be able to go about themselves, right? If needed. And that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with, man. And severe points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. I might even have to change it now because I don't smoke no more, right? But it's a rear points of RoBs Inferno while it burns slow. Shout out to all my guys and goddesses and all high vibrational human beings, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day for real. You know what the fuck it is, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all.